morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, Election Day in the United States. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. We reported yesterday about a 5.0 earthquake near Cushing, Oklahoma, about 50 miles northeast of Oklahoma City. Cushing bills itself as the pipeline crossroads of the world, and it also possesses one of the world's key oil hubs, the largest oil storage facility in the United States. At the time of our report, there had been no reports of any damage. However, later in the day, it began to appear that a number of buildings, approximately as many as 50 in Cushing, have sustained substantial damage in the earthquake. The pipelines were shut down as inspections ensued. 110 bridges within a 30-mile radius of the quake's epicenter have been determined to have no damage, and also the actual oil storage tanks have now been examined and have not experienced any damage either. State regulators in Oklahoma City are saying that normal operations have resumed in Cushing, so any interruption to the price of oil and the supply of oil seems to have abated. Meanwhile, in a situation in Japan, which is highly unusual there, a massive sinkhole appeared in the heart of a major city in southern Japan earlier today. This is in the city of Fukuoka. Fukuoka has 1.5 million people. It's about 620 miles southwest of Tokyo. A massive sinkhole appeared, cutting off power, water, and gas supplies to parts of the city. It occurred in a pre-dawn collapse in the downtown part of the city, created a sinkhole more than half the size of an Olympic swimming pool in the middle of the city's main business district. The incident prompted the evacuation of residents in nearby buildings. The mayor said, "An accident like this is unheard of, one that should not have happened." Apparently, there's a possibility that the sinkhole occurred as a result of construction on a subway line in the nearby area. We've been reporting on the terrible smog, life-threatening smog in New Delhi. Well, the top court in India today gave the federal government 2 days to come up with a plan to tackle the alarming levels of smog in the capital of the country. The government was told by the Supreme Court to come up with a public health emergency response to the toxic soup that has shrouded the capital over the past several weeks. The government said, give me 2 days, and this is the Solicitor General responding. We will have a meeting with the Environment Secretary and come up with a comprehensive response to the problem of New Delhi pollution. The particulate level there for harmful lung-threatening difficulties continues to increase. There was an announcement this morning that Iran has signed a preliminary $4.8 billion gas agreement with the French oil company Total. This is the first such deal after a nuclear accord removed the international sanctions that had squeezed its petroleum-based industry. The agreement is going to be finalized next year. It's for the development of the vast South Pars gas field. It aims to produce about 1.8 billion cubic feet of gas per day for domestic consumption and export. The Iranians seek to become a gas production hub to feed neighboring countries as well as Europe and China. Total will have a 50.1 stake in the deal. The Chinese National Petroleum Corporation will have a 30% stake, and the Iranian Petropars subsidiary national oil company will have a 19.9% stake. Here's an interesting story. Australian police are investigating 15 hoax transmissions made to commercial airliners over Melbourne, Australia. These have occurred over recent weeks, including one that forced a flight to abort its landing. Local media reports that a portable radio may be being used to interfere with air traffic control. ABC News has reported that a Virgin Australia plane changed altitude before aborting its landing after receiving instructions from a mystery person on the 27th of October. ABC also aired a recording of a conversation between the mystery person and the air traffic controller. The air traffic controller said, "I can see you there now. Roger your Mayday. Can you please advise what your situation is?" The hoaxer then said, "Engine failure, descending, passing through 4500. The Australians are taking this very seriously and treating it as a very severe crime. Airlines have been briefed on how to ensure verifying such transmissions for the future. Of course, today is Election Day. Americans are headed to the polls to choose a new president after one of the most rancorous campaigns in history. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump crisscrossed the United States in a hectic last-minute campaign day yesterday. The early vote totals from Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, have come in. Mrs. Clinton received 4 votes. Donald Trump received 2 votes. Last night, Mrs. Clinton wrapped up in Raleigh, North Carolina after a huge rally in Philadelphia. And Mr. Trump wrapped up in Michigan after having been in New Hampshire as well as Florida. So at some point tonight, hopefully at about 11 p.m. Eastern Time, we might have a sense as to who won. And then mercifully this will be over, and then it will be time for the country to unite behind whoever is elected. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.